Hi, thanks for joining me on this video. If you're watching this video, it means that either myself or one of my partners here at The Perfect Franchise has just introduced you to some franchise brands. And what that means is that very soon you're going to start receiving franchise disclosure documents from those brands. So we wanted to take a minute, create this video, and hopefully help you navigate franchise disclosure documents. So the first thing you need to understand is that franchising is a very regulated industry. We're regulated by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. And the FTC has a template that all franchise brands are required to use when it comes to their disclosure documents. So you're going to notice real quick, when you get more than one disclosure document, they kind of all look the same. Okay. Now, when you receive these documents, you're either going to receive, most likely, a PDF via email, or you're going to receive them via DocuSign. So for the duration of this video, I'm going to refer to PDFs, but it's exactly the same for a DocuSign. Okay. When you do receive your first franchise PDF with disclosure documents, I know the first thing you're going to notice is that it is a big, fat PDF, and it's no joke. I would say it's not uncommon for disclosure documents to be 200 pages plus. So the sample I've got here on the screen, this one is 168, and this might be one of the shorter ones. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Sounds terrible, right? You're going to have to review 200 pages and then do it again for a second brand and again for a third brand. It's not nearly as bad as it sounds, and that's why we're making this video. So when you get these PDFs, what most brands don't explain to you, which is critically important, is that it's actually two documents stuck together. Okay, so the first document in that PDF, which is probably going to be about the first 45 to 50 pages, is called the FDD. It stands for the Franchise Disclosure Document. And what an FDD is it's everything you need to know in writing, but it's not a contract. You don't sign it anywhere. It's kind of like a prospectus, right? So you don't have to be an attorney to read this thing. Any reasonably intelligent person can get through it very easily. So with where you are in the beginning of your process, when you receive disclosure documents, you want to focus on the FDD. That's what's important. And even that, you might be thinking 45, 50 pages, that doesn't sound so much fun. But it's not nearly as bad as it sounds. There's certainly some very important sections and others that you'll kind of just flip through. If you have any questions, ask the consultant here at TPF that you're working with, and we'll guide you through the important ones. Okay. Now, if you get ambitious and you want to keep going past the FDD, you're more than welcome. The next document, the second document, is the franchise agreement. And the franchise agreement is the agreement. It's the contract that you would sign should you be awarded a franchise by this brand. So it's obviously very important. But here's what you need to know. The franchise agreement covers exactly the same subject matter as the FDD. So when you're reading the FDD, you're going to be reading about things like training and trademarks and territory. And then when you get into the franchise agreement, you're going to be reading about things like training and trademarks and territory. So essentially what you have with this really big PDF is two documents stuck together that cover the exact same subject matter. And the reason the FTC does this is because they kind of figure that if you can read the FDD, which most people can, and you can understand it, and you can get your questions answered from the brand about it, you have your head around it. Now later, when you get serious about this brand, and you're really contemplating coming aboard with them, and you dive into the franchise agreement, you kind of know everything already. Okay, so again, to recap, at the beginning, focus on FDDs. Get your questions answered. If you do have any questions that you don't feel are answered satisfactorily from the brand, ask your TPF consultant. And then later, when things get more serious, that's when you can do the deeper dive into the franchise agreement. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.